Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in front of me here you see the Accuracy International ATX. So I know there has been some people out there with some problems with the competition triggers, not only in the ATXs, but when people have bought them separately and put them into the, say, the AXMC or the AX308, etc. Okay, I know that they can fit in the AWs and things like that as well. Now, this particular rifle, it has had 976 rounds through it. Most of that was through the factory 6.5 Creedmoor barrel, and the last 150 something has been through the 6 Creedmoor barrel, which is currently sitting on it. Now, this rifle did sit in storage for close to a year. Had life things going on and work things going on, so I wasn't really shooting it a lot. It was all lubed up, no problems. Okay, however, I've gone and shot this last match and I've started to have a couple of trigger issues where the firing pin was going forward really slowly. I'm not sure if that was to do with the trigger or what, and I was getting some soft struck rounds. That's okay, I still managed to get more than half my rounds off through the match, which, it happens, you have issues. Now, I have never modified this trigger at all. It is the way it is sitting from the factory. All right, I haven't played with any of the adjustment screws or anything like that. It is still sitting at whatever it was set at from the factory. So I've never touched it. But what I'm going to go through today is we're just going to do a little bit of a cleaning of the trigger housing and the bolt and bolt body and firing pin and things like that. So first of all, what we need to do is we need to clear the rifle. All right, but before we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure it is sitting on the middle safety, because that'll allow us to pull out the firing pin. So, right, I have previously cleared this before the video though. Okay, so bolt body out. All right, make sure on your bench as well you've got something to catch any stuff. Right, yeah. Firing pin and bolt body separated. All right, now down into the trigger here, what you can do is get some brake cleaner. This is just regular brake and parts cleaner from Supercheap from here in Australia, or if you want, you can get some Zippo lighter fluid as well and use that. All right, for ease, I'm just going to use the brake and parts cleaner. All right, what you need to do, all right, first of all, just give the inside there, just above the trigger, a bit of a wipe down. Give your bolt body a bit of a wipe down as well. All right, if you can have a look down the inside of it, make sure that there's no big chunks and stuff. Give your firing pin a bit of a wipe down. As you can see, it's a little bit dirty. All right, I haven't cleaned this rifle since the match. Okay, then what I need you to do, or what I'm going to do, is spray this down inside where the trigger is. All right. All right, let any gunky crap, drain out underneath there. All right, give it a good spray. All right, give your firing pin, all right, good clean up as well. All right, you got your brake or parts cleaner, your Zippo lighter fluid, whatever you're using. All right, give it a good spray down. All right, down through the bolt body as well. Oh yeah, some good crap coming out of that. All right, then you can leave it for a few minutes to have a bit of a dry.
A few moments later.
Okay, so we've left it for a couple of minutes. All right, you can give the rifle just a little bit of a wipe down if there's any brake cleaner still on it. Oh yeah. Then what you can do is grab some compressed air. I just went to the local computer parts store, which like Officeworks here in Australia, and this behind the counter, they don't keep it out on the shelf for whatever reason. All right, and then you can give down inside the trigger a bit of a spray. All right, the tube just sprayed off. Let's chuck that back on. There's plenty of brake fluid brake cleaner coming out of the trigger there, which is great. That's what we want. All right, give it a good dry out. All right, give the firing pin and spring a good dry off as well. All right, just be careful when you're doing this because this stuff is quite cold as well. You don't want to give yourself a cold burn on the skin. All right, clean out your bolt body as well. Rightio. Now that is done. Okay, now I like to give the firing pin just a little bit of lube. Okay, not a lot. And I use G96, but you can use whatever you want. All right, just on the spring and around that, just a tiny amount. All right, like so, not a lot. All right, then I'm gonna put my bolt back together. All right, it's super simple to do. A bolt is back together. All right, you can give your bolt body a little bit of G96 as well. All right, don't go too crazy on the AIs. It's not really necessary. All right, unless you're working in a really sort of a wet climate, don't put too much in there. Okay, now that we've re-put our bolt back together, all right, we're gonna place it back in the rifle. All right, I'm gonna place it to fire. All right, and fire the action. It seems to be working okay. Yeah. All right, that's how you give the Accuracy International competition trigger a bit of a clean. Now, you can also pull it out of the rifle. Obviously, that takes a lot longer. All right, even Scott Siegman from Accuracy International North America, this is the way that he said to do it. So, yeah, this is the way that I'm doing it as well. It's not a hard process, and as you can see, it only takes a couple of minutes. Okay, now, if I do continue to have problems with this trigger and the bolt and firing pin and stuff, then I may have to get hold of our local Accuracy International dealers, Delta Tactical, and have a bit of a chat and see what they can do. But at the moment, this is my first step. Very important with your triggers. It doesn't matter what rifle that you're using, is to keep your triggers clean. All right, this rifle has been used in dusty conditions, muddy conditions, rainy conditions. You know it, the lot. Okay, so on me, a little bit of preventative maintenance to see if that makes a difference. All right, cheers.